I'm enslaved. Yeah. Rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family, from a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down to make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. Mind saying really not tame. I'ma never slow down. I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. Slave for you. Ripping harder, more less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a god mess. Hopeless, more tests. More blessed. Dug deep down trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest. I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down to make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. Mind saying really not tame. I'ma never slow down. I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. I'm headed to the bottom of the bottle. I've been drowning, I've been floating away. Every other dollar that I got in bed, I probably went and it away. I ain't f***ing okay, I ain't liking it, babe. I don't even wanna talk, I'm just smoking my haze. I've been stuck in my ways, I've been stuck here for days. I've been staring at the clock as the radio plays. I'm enslaved. Rolling another, I'm stuck in my seat for the whole control of my speech. Yeah, I've been trying to get off this couch for a minute and a whole week. No kidding, I'm skinny, I cannot eat. Got a million that depend on me. Yeah, every friend in my family, from a girl, every fan I meet myself. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down to make new thoughts, like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my camera when I do nothing to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yo, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. Full of stage, trying to find my pain. See the sun coming out of that rain. Mind saying really not tame. I'ma never slow down. I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cage. It's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. For you, for you, for you, yeah. I'm a slave. Yeah, I'm a slave for you. Ripping harder, more less. Never stop, no rest. Till the stress is breath in my chest. Till it's diamonds wrapping my neck. Progress to a god from a god mess. Hopeless, more tests. More blessed. Dug deep down, trying to find my best. Find a beast, had to kill a conquest. I'm next. I'm too on till I'm too off. Come down, make new thoughts. Like jumping off of that rooftop. Hold my devil, but I do not to make moves based on my mood drops. Like who's lost? Like who's lost? It's yours, steadily killing me, running my brain full of shame. I don't wanna lose it. I'm full of stage, trying to run my pain. I see something coming out of that rain. My day really not tame. I'ma never slow down. I'ma never behave. Stuck inside this prison, inside this cave. It's taking over. Yeah, I'm a slave for you.
When winter hits, you've got to be ready to storm through the most extreme winter conditions. Introducing the LARUE D Series two-stage snowblowers, built to take on any challenge. Rise to the occasion with performance, efficiency, and precision with a choice of ribbon or dual auger conveyor. Select the optimal configuration depending on your work environment. 9 models ranging from 134 to 365 horsepower deliver precision casting combined with a solid stream, better handling, and a more stable ride thanks to unmatched power-to-weight ratio, and gained flexibility by side casting directly from the drum. The LARUE D Series has been designed to reduce operator fatigue, improve comfort, and lower your operating cost. Our LCD multi-language screen helps drivers operate more effectively and focus on the road, and enjoy better visibility thanks to an off-centered spot casting chute combined with an angled hood. All this, plus an optional wireless system to facilitate pairing with your wheel loader. Get the job done with our unique safety, design, and productivity features while experiencing virtually no downtime. Accomplish more by choosing among our many options available to meet your snow removal needs. Hydraulic tilting chute, enabling faster and safer unclogging. Telescopic chute extension for easier truck loading. Steering vane to help maneuver in and out of snowbanks. And LED lighting package, giving you a better view during nighttime operations. Experience ease of use and ease of service, so that you can focus on the work at hand. Featuring proprietary safety bolt design so that operations will run smoothly without damaging main components. Gain easy access to hydraulics and engine compartment. Boost the productivity of your snow removal operations with performance and efficiency. Storm through with LARUE.
Good afternoon.
afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here, Signature Esports, and a pleasure to have you live at Charge. A little fun, a little entertainment, a little action here as the Lunatic Designs Countdown to Green action happens. Drivers out there warming up for the first race back, week 5 here for the LARUE GT3 Series. Powered by the Sim 500 eSports Racing League. Signature Esports, your platform for sim racing. The actual simulation is out there. These drivers going to get out there and warm up. We're going to see some of the coolest cars on the platform. Get out there and take to the streets of the Cota. If you don't know what Cota is, well, I tell you what, Texas is going to be missing out. That's for darn sure. Circuit of the Americas tonight here for the iRacing platform, sim500.com. If you want to be a part of this series or any series out there, which we can make, it is an absolute blast to see it. They're going to run 30 minutes on this race. Fuel is going to be limited to 30%. So it means you're going to have to come to pit road and possibly take some fuel on this racetrack.Maybe once. I don't know. It's a bigger track. You might have to do it twice. We'll see how that works out for them. 129 degrees on the track temperature here in the 3.36 mile length Austin, Texas Grand Prix version of the Circuit of the Americas. Race, again, absolutely a blast. We're going to see, right now we're looking at some of the Ford Mustangs that are out there. Let's go upon out there. Much love to you. The Adrian Show, thank you for following out there on Twitch as well. We did have to ban somebody in the first 7 minutes of the stream, but lead 5, 2, 4. No, you know. Everything's built better with LARUE. If you need a snowblower for your commercial, maybe you get a commercial building, maybe you get a commercial property out there that you need to maintain. Maybe you have a big, giant grocery store, or maybe you're a city, you're part of the city. You're looking for snowboards, the best in the business, no matter where it's at. Canada, the upper northeastern portion of the country. Or maybe right here in the Midwest. LARUE does it best. Make sure you check it out. Links are in the description on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure you check them all out. We appreciate it very much. Thank you to everybody tuning in. If you haven't done so, reach up at the like button for me. It goes a long way to support what we do. And make sure that you folks take care of each other. We want to make sure that everybody gets all the coolness that it is. And we can't thank everybody enough for being a part of how we do things here. It's just a blast. It really is. Where are we at? We're here. Oh, I promise we're here. Driver's going to be completing their warm-up. About a minute 45. I do want to talk about the Sim 500 series. Last race they had was before Halloween. It is going to be Road America next week. You're going to run the full course configuration. In this series, you can see all kinds of different vehicles and just kind of how the series works. It's crazy to think that they're already through week 5. They do run the Audi R8 LMS Evo 2s, the BMW M4s, the Chevrolet Corvette Z06 GT3Rs, the Ford Mustang, the Lamborghini Huracan, the McLaren 720S, and the Porsche 911 GT3R as well. Some of the best and fastest cars out there. They also do run the Mercedes. The Mercedes is the AMG GT3. It's a 2020 version of that one, and we do like it. Porsche is the 992, and it's the car that I actually own for the GT3 series, and I pretty much drive it everywhere. I do like it. I think it's a great. It's been a great car, and we've been able to kind of just watch them be absolutely fantastic. But the racing in this series has been absolutely wonderful as well. So it's just one of those. It's one of those series that you kind of get with it. Kevin King has 3 wins in the first 5 races in the first 4 races of this one. Spangler sits in the second in the standings, 225 points behind Kevin King. So somebody's going to have to dethrone Kevin King on this racetrack. That's pretty much how we're going to have to look at it. He's been the king for a hot minute, and they're going to have to do it again. Robert Fryer, he does sit 3rd in the point standings as well, 258 behind the series leader, Kevin King. Wesley Donaldson, John Sweetheart, they're going to be 4th and 5th in the standings. They both gained a spot last week, so we'll see how that one. Groovy is going to be out there as well. He's up 5 spots from the start of the from last week, going into today's race. Justin Fuller was able to gain 15 spots. He's the biggest mover last week. Justin Nelson, however, dropped 8 spots last week when it comes to the point standings. It's crazy to look at, crazy to see, but These drivers, they're phenomenal. How about it? Starting grid for tonight's race, Kevin King is going to be your pole sitter. We're going to see he's a full second faster than the field. Mr. Van Nest, much love. Thank you for the like, sir. I appreciate you. Bryce Azeri is going to be second on the outside lane here. Matthew Mortel is going to have Jacob Gruby to his outside as well. Wesley Donaldson, Matt Spangler are going to make up row number 3. Robert Friery, Corey Wolf are going to be there row number 4. Richard Swavely, William Emshoff are going to be out there row number 5. Will LaRue is out in the mix. Good to see him out there. And then, of course, Warren Kyle Keith there through row number 6. Row 7 will look as such. It'll be Jonathan Schweikart out there with Jason Lappin. Lappin. Tell me how to say it again. I know somebody's out there rooting him on. It's Lapan or Lapan? Please give me that clarification. Roxanne Morgan is going to be out there with Chris Progar in row number 8. Brian Wortman and Anthony Calantoni are going to be out there row 9. Chi Cuba is going to be out there with Nelson Rivera row 10, and then James Smith making up the final race final line here. It is a beautiful racetrack. It is a great racetrack, and I do like seeing the track just kind of continue to evolve and see the drivers continue to evolve as well. Much love, Budgie. Thank you very much. I appreciate you very much for being out there. Thank you to everybody on YouTube as well. I do want to take a look at the chat everywhere. We want to make sure Mr. LaRue eSports giving us a share out there as well. Thank you very much. Richard Bradshaw, how you doing? Much love. I appreciate you being out there on YouTube. Thank you to everybody watching. We're live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, so you can choose to watch whichever platform you choose to. And we all thank you all very much. We did La Pan. Okay, I thought I've been saying it right the entire time, but you never know. Gotta make sure. My last name is Followwell. Things like that can be messed up at any point, right? Thank you, Richard. I appreciate you. Where's Joey at? Usually Jatina's going to be out there as well. This is a good dangle track, and these are some good dangle cars. I wonder if they're going to run a night race at any point. I know it's 30 minutes. I don't know about running in rain. That'd be kind of cool, too. Never know. Pace cars in. A lot of turns on this racetrack. We'll talk about them as we hit them, as these drivers get ready to go. It is time to go. Green flag racing here once again. Back for the GT3 series. Here for week 5. Circuit of the Americas. 30 minutes. Starts now. The uphill turn 1, 180 feet of elevation change as they come down through the S's. A lot of drivers going to go around. This is a very trouble spot for a lot of the field here, as a lot of drivers going to end up backwards, and they continue to run into each other here. This is one of the tracks I was worried about turn 1 the most, as Warren Kyle Keith. We'll see Brian Wortman coming off pit road. Brian started from pit road. He's good to go. Progar back up to the mix. So we have Matt Spangler already jumping to pit road. We'll go and dissect that here in just a moment as everybody goes to work. It is that time of the night. Kevin King. We'll see Azeri right to the back bumper. Paige Azeri, 31.56 on the I rating as the Lamborghini goes to work. Chi Kuba jumps to pit road as well. So Kuba having an issue. Through the S's right here, I think just slow. Oh, yeah, something locked up there. We're on Keith Kyle. The car's jacked up. Just so much damage coming out as well. So having to jump to pit road there. So out early for a couple of drivers here. Brian Wortman will be considered on the lead lap with everybody. Half second separates Kevin King and Paige Azeri. Wesley Donaldson's going to be up 2. Will LaRue's going to be up 7. Jason Lepan's going to be up 7 as well. So some big movers through that first incident. We're going to have to kind of go back and dissect it. I wanted to give a chance for everything to kind of not get locked up there. Wesley Donaldson had to stop early. Here's what happened. Is on board Wesley Donaldson. Somebody dove to the inside. Big double brakes. Oh. Just congestion back here. Yep, turn one. Soft hits can turn into some bad business. Let's go for the Wedgie Bird. Kevin King is going to be your race leader again. Let's go back in and take a look at what these drivers are doing. As Roxanne Morgan able to squeak through it. Early checkup killed your wheel. See you next week. Diesel, much love to you, man. I hate to see it. Chris, I tell you what, that heavy brake in a turn one took out about 3 or 4 drivers. Hate to see it. Nelson, much love to you. Spangler Brian, much love to you. Warren, much love to you. Chi, thank you very much. Man, oh man. I hate to see it. I hate to see it. I really do. Hate to see week one. At least you get to watch your teammates race. Yeah, it matters. Thank you, Diesel, for being out there, brother. Let's see. Roxanne Morgan driving the 420 Mobile. Was able to skirt through that without seeing any issues. There's a couple of McLarens working together. Jonathan and Rich Lavely working. Opportunity to knock for everybody. Will LaRue driving the BMW M4. The sweet looking car. I do say so myself. Going over to the nose cam. Let's see what's happening here. Oh. Sorry, Diesel. Are you Chi? Warren, Keith, Kyle, Matt Spangler, and Chi. Are you Chi? It's the name, no worries. I'm trying to figure out who you are on the racing surface. That was you? All right, perfect. Much love to you, Chi. Well, now I know. Now I have a name to a name. Everybody knows my name, right? Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you. I won't treat you any differently. You're still a hell of a racer, and I appreciate you being in chat. Thank you so much. I've appreciated being there anyway. Thank you for giving a shout out to her, Budgie. I appreciate you. Now I know. Paige Azari's going to be in second. I like seeing our racers get out there, and regardless of what you identify at, you are a sim racer to me, and it doesn't matter. I have much more respect for you because you're the lady getting out there and throwing it down. William Amoshoff runs the fastest lap of the race for himself in the Ferrari here, 2:10.36. Fastest lap for Kevin King is going to be a 2:08.34 there in his Lamborghini Huracan. Page still trying to track him down, half second the difference on lap times though for the last lap to the fastest lap. Which was Page's last lap. Right now, 1.6 second deficit here as the 3100 I-rated driver working. Kevin King is going for 4 wins in this series on this racetrack, and it's pretty much in a dominant form. We did see almost a 30 car field last time we raced, and right now about 10. I would say about 10 drivers off of that one. I do believe it. Let me go look and see how many drivers in the last race, because those things matter. Kevin King has won 3 in a row. Matt Martell won the first race at Watkins Glen. Dun, dun, dun. Excuse me. I want to see this series continue to stay big. 29 drivers, so we lost about 8 drivers. There's people just have lives and things are busy, right? How was everybody's Halloween? I know that we missed you over the course of a week, and we'd like to see things happen. How about Gruby here? Remember the Milwaukee machine right there to the back of Progar. Progar is going to go back a spot here, the 01, up into the corners. Actually, you guys want to see a track map? Probably. We'll make sure we throw that track map up, because it's a good indication of where everybody is. Here's the car numbers and what they've got going on. A lot of hairpin turns. The S's are my favorite portion of this racetrack. Typically, the slower you drive them, the best, the better, the better you get through them. We do have 68 coming around. It's James Smith here. This is the front straightaway. We'll ride along with James here and take an absolute look at what these corners are doing. James Smith sitting back here, I do believe, with a couple of off tracks. Turn one. Nice little hairpin turn into the corner. Thought I set this car up on the Audi. I may not have. Right-hander coming up right here. It's going to be turn 3, 4, and 5 for the S's. Let's see. Then we have, let me go back above here so you folks can see this a little bit better. Where are we at? Yeah, 3, 4, and 5. Back into turn 6. Now turn 7 is the left-hander right here. Turn 8 is going to be the dog. I'm sorry, that's turn 8, 9. Now turn 10 was the dog leg. Turn 11 is going to be this hairpin back here. It's going to be a great turn because this is where you can either gain some speed on the exit or get into this downhill to an uphill section, but you see the elevation change right there. Long straightaway that curves a little bit outward on this racetrack, but it's going to have a left-hander that's coming up here in turn 12. It is a beautiful turn that you really do have to maximize your braking getting into the corner, and when you do, you can really dice out and push yourself on the edge. Well, another part of my one of my favorite parts of this racetrack is where he's coming around to basically 2 U-turns, if you would look at it, getting into 13, 14, then 15, 16, 17, 18, basically a boxed off version of a bend on a racetrack, and it basically carries a lot of momentum. But if you need to, you have great grip on either side of the racetrack. Then turn 19 is going to be the left-hander. 20 turns on this racetrack, and basically it takes a long time to get out here and complete it, but it is a ton of fun. So these drivers complete less laps than what you would normally think. Turn 20, the left-hander to the front straightaway, push all the way out. Try to keep yourself in the good opportunity for every bit of it. So Kevin King, 209.13. Paige just ran her fastest lap of the race as well, 209.50. See, Diesel, who are your teammates? We'll make sure we cover them. M Shop's going to be up 6. Driving the old LaRue. Rogar is going to be back in 17th here. This is a tough racetrack for a few drivers. Will LaRue, the Canadian, running the 15 here. Off a few spots. Matt Martell had an issue right here in turn 4. Came out on the Whataburger straightaway, hits the brake, double brakes into the corner. Kind of just locks it up a little bit, gets a little sideways, does the U-turn, does it. Paige and Roxy, you're all called dog box racing. I like it. She's driving the public. So Paige is driving the public at Pitbull Mustang. Well, Paige, so we hope we get to talk to Paige. I like her little, I like her driver photo. Let's go with it. Roxy getting some love out there as well. I do like the paint scheme. She's got some significant nose damage on the front of that car, though, so hopefully she's going to be good. We like it. Gee, do you have a photo? Do you have a driver photo too? I like it. I like it. Not very often I see avatars as driver photos. Normally we see more of the professional type. Like here's Mr. Donaldson. And all the paints and PNGs, we like it. Very cool. All right. Yeah, no fast repair on this one. So, which it's good and bad at the same time. Because I feel bad when turn one lap one incidents happen, but I don't feel bad because, you know, that could do a lot of things to the car that you don't want it to. 6 spots for Sweetheart. It's going to be up to 7th here. Wesley Donaldson's up 2. William Amshoff rolling. Gruby's going to be off 4 from the start of the race. So Gruby trying to work back into the corner. The Milwaukee Ford Mustang into it. Let's get rid of that. We'll put up everything that we've got going on. Here's your battle box on the bottom right of your screen. Could we do some shots? No, absolutely not. He's just behind him. I like his car. We followed him. You might want to tell him the repairs are still on. Yeah, I can. Absolutely. I will. I'll make sure that. And you know what? Joey will probably be listening after the fact. So we'll make sure that they do watch the stream afterwards, so they will know. So, I like. We followed Jason throughout the beginning of the race. If you were watching the intros, I was keyed into this one because, you know, that's the version of what we have going on, right? Kevin King, 5.5 second lead right now, or 5.425. This is Aries going to have to really try to push here. Different sections carry different speed. Yeah, his car had a big focus, had a big focal point. We focused on him for pretty much through qualifying and through pretty much the beginning portion of the race. Yeah, I don't have any control over the series. I just call the races. That's it. Let's check on Kellen Tony. He's a little off track right here. Turn 1 is it is the demon of this racetrack. You have to carry so much speed uphill, and it's a blind corner, and you basically have to. You're doing a 180. That's the best way I could describe it. It is 147 degrees of turn, but you're basically having to turn your car completely around. And just when you shove that many cars through it, it's insane. Nelson Rivera up 8, trying to work back forward. He sees 11.7 seconds to the next spot. Roxanne able to close back in. Just ran her fastest lap of the race, 2:13.56. So she is faster than Nelson currently on this lap. So we'll see her gain some more confidence. That nose damage, it's a little bit tough. King still your race leader, 6.5, as the Lamborghini has been strong for that one. He has been strong. What's up, Church? Let's go road racing. Much love to you, man. They've been doing a pretty darn good job. They really have. All right, I need to take 120 seconds to myself. We'll throw it on exciting, see what these drivers have got going on, and we'll throw it on a much bigger view so that you folks can see kind of where these. Actually, I want to go back to Kevin King. Let me look at this real quick. Yeah. So I'm writing it on my notebook. I need to work on the Audi. The Audi needs the updated cameras that I built for this series. So I'm writing it down right now because this car has it. This car has it. Drivers coming to pit road early. Rich Slavely, one of those drivers. Limiter is on. Pit stall happening. Feel pretty much the big drag here. Wesley Donaldson off track. Through the S's as they go. I'll be right back. I need to go and grab some Orajel. I've got a sore tooth. Jonathan Schweikart right here. Sees Matt Martell not far behind him. There's a 21. Off 5 from the start of the race. Still trying to work forward. Battle box up. We're going to get rid of it. There's what the drivers are doing. Second gear through that Porsche. Does have the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful look here. Let's give you guys some more volume. Holy cow, you folks should be getting more race volume. Do apologize about that. I turned it down earlier because I was racing. Schweikart having an issue. See what happened here. He just got a little bit free, trying to get it back up and through the. Just heavy braking. Yeah, heavy braking. When these brakes get hot, they get hot. When you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not. Thanking LaRue for being out there. We appreciate them very much. Kevin King maximizing the opportunity. Page is there. He's going to be in second. Wesley Donaldson's in third. Nelson Rivera coming to pit road. We're going to see some of the drivers looking to maximize performance. Fuel only for some of the drivers. I think tires we did see for James Smith here in the Audi. Roxanne spent some time on pit road, got the car worked on, able to check it out and get back out there and run. Keep going. The more you drive, the better it is. Next week, Road America is where we're going to be at. And we're going to be running the full course configuration. That is a track that I haven't had to call in a very, very long time. I'm actually going to be calling it with one of our series here very soon as well. About 9 minutes left in this one. Again, apologies about having to step away there. Just had to put some Oragel on the one of my back bowlers. I've had a chocolate covered cherry earlier. It's that time of year when the holiday candy is out, and I can't resist a chocolate covered cherry. You just can't do it. Wesley Donaldson's going to be in third as we see these drivers work. Again, the Mustangs looking pretty darn fantastic. This Page looking pretty good with the pit bull team. I like the name. I really do. Let's check in through the drivers that you folks are liking to watch right now. Waverly to the inside of LePan. Jason LePan, and driving the very, very Merca themed. Very Merca themed Mustang here. Alan Tony trying to close in on his Porsche. I don't know why his paint's not showing up. Or if that's what he's running. Let's take a look. We're gonna refresh some stuff. Anthony is a good dude, very good dude. We like him. William Amshoff off track. The Porsche, LaRue Porsche here in the 04, right behind Corey Wolf and the LaRue Ferrari. Sorry, the LaRue Lamborghini. That's a Porsche there. There's the Lamborghini Huracan. Where's my Porsche at? Or my Ferrari at? Did I miss one earlier? No. Rich Whaley's in the excuse me, in the McLaren. Got a few Mustangs out there. There's the Huracan. Again, the Porsche, a good car. I think the Porsche is like an all-around. Calatoni having an issue. Get a little bit sideways. Schweikart had an issue as well in his McLaren, but he's fine. Maybe we didn't have anybody that ran one today. Maybe I was just mistaken. There's the Audi, the NVIDIA Audi. We appreciate it. Small fun fact: dog box racing is actually a pun because it's a transmission type, and every time you make a public paint, we base the dog breed on the manufacturer's origin country. I like that. All right, dog box transmission. Now I got to look up dog box transmission so I understand more about it. The Magic Wine transmission. It is a Garo box designed to optimize performance in racing environments. Oh, Hondas use a dog box transmission. Is it more for drag racing? Oh no, you can use them in dirt cars too. Sprint cars. And they're straight cut, not helical, which is spiral cut, like street transmissions are. This allows the driver to jam the car from gear to gear, and they are bigger and beefier. So my question is, are sequential gearboxes considered a dog box? Mostly used in NASCAR, which is what you mainly do. Gotcha. See, the more I learn, I know the simulator, I know what they use, and it just makes more sense. You know, I've worked on my own vehicle, I promise you, and I know what a spiral transmission is, just because that's what, whenever we tore apart my Mustang's transmission back in the day, that's what I had to learn about there. Didn't know the difference. I didn't know the name, so hey, now I know. Now I like learning. I'm in my 40s. I like to still educate myself. Ruby closing in to Corey Wolf here. We have a battle for third about to heat up as Liam Amshoff sees some drivers playing catch up. Ruby just ran his fastest lap of the race at 2:09.79. Kevin King averaging about a 2:09 flat pretty much throughout this race. 2:08.94 his last lap. Paige Azeri just ran a 2:11.15, has a 13-second deficit to the first car behind her, but just ahead of her, 18 seconds separate her and Having help? Oh yeah, absolutely. I like the education. I like knowing. The more I know, the more I can be determined. Because sequential, I always wondered how sequential gearboxes got away with it. The more that I've been watching, because I watch. For those who know who DDE is, I'm a huge fan of DDE, and would love to be able to get them in, because they have a simulator. I would love to see them actually get in one of these races, right? Get out there and run. See Mike Essa and Damon and Dave get out there and maybe run a little iRacing stint with one of these leagues. It'd be cool to get them out there to show them that they can have just as much fun with the fake cars as they can the real ones, and get out there and put some track time in with some of these drivers. I think it'd be really cool, really good exposure for sim racing leagues. But anyway, they have their F12 that they've been working on for better part of a couple of years, but they just put in, they just rebuilt a naturally aspirated V12 to put in I want to say, I can't remember which Lamborghini it is now. But anyway, they have a twin turbo V12 now, rebuilt with basically every race header, and when they just put in their transmission, I was looking at the drivetrain they put in there. It's a carbon fiber drivetrain meant for straight drifting, and it's insane. I do want to give you guys an onboard listen to this car. We're gonna go overhead. It almost sounds like a blow-off valve on this car. But I think it's just going through the gears hard. You hear the backfire on the car from overhead. Just hearing the backfire on the car. I like hearing that. Second lead. Paige Azeri is going to be in second. 13 seconds now, down to 12 and a half with about a minute and a half left as William Emshoff holds off third. Martel back to four. Corey Wolf goes around. Ruby's going to be there as well. Oh, these two still tying it up here. Trying to turn things around. Ruby loses another spot to Wesley Donaldson. Persuasively, Corey Wolf will have to flip that car around. LePan, it's going to reset. LePan coming around the corner. As the car just kind of broke. Corey Wolf coming back in. Here's what happened on lap 13 right here. Get out of the corner. Up into the braking zone. Oh, just gets freed up, gets stopped in the corner, and Gruby stops for him, and then they just get caught. They are fake race cars. And then they still continue to bump there. Unfortunate for both the drivers. Kevin King coming around. as the time should expire here. We're proud of the girls surviving what you couldn't, sad couldn't break your streak of bad luck. That's all right. You got next week. Next week will be fun. Road America next week, and it's going to be a great time. Kevin King with a 20-second lead, barring any kind of mistake, is going to get his 4th win in a row. As Paige Azeri, we'll have a chance to talk to her in just a moment. William Amshoff has a 4-second deficit here as well. We'll be able to have the opportunity to do just that. Kevin King will come around. We'll have at least one more lap before they find this as that magic number. I'm telling you what, 29, did a great job of managing the racetrack. I take that back. We're not going to get a white flag lap. We are going to finish this race right here. Beautiful race for Kevin King. He's going to get the victory here. Paige coming around as a 21-second down. Oh, almost had somebody in front of her. It was Jonathan Sweetheart here. He had an issue, but it's good to go. Paige Azeri will bring it around. Coming around the front straightaway, a P2 finish here for the 99. William Amshoff come around. He's going to be another podium finisher here tonight. As Kevin King dominates here. Left rear tire missing for Sweetheart there. You don't see that too often. He'll finish 14th. Kevin King will celebrate. Wesley Donaldson comes around. He finishes in 5th. We'll take a look. William LaRue going to track down LePan. LePan will come around. He'll finish in 8th. Good little Merca car. Running the iRacing number. I like it. Will LaRue coming around turn 20 as well. Final turn for him. Ooh, hold on to it. All the way out to the off-track section here. Will LaRue knocking it out of the park. Anthony Calantoni will finish in 10th. Calantoni doing a great job of maximizing. I think Will has that's Will's brand new account. It might be. Scott Anthony. Nelson Rivera. Excuse me. Same thing. Ryan Wertman. Started from pit road. He's going to finish 12th. Kevin King taking a victory lap here as LaRue gets it done. Oh, man. Thank you, Budgie, for the clip. I appreciate you. And it worked correctly. Sweet. Thank you for the clip, Budgie. I appreciate you. Oh, he'll bring it to pit road. Kevin King gets the victory. Let's take a look at your race results here for week 5 at Circuit of the Americas. Driver interviews coming up here in just a moment. Kevin King, Paige Azeri, William Amshoff are going to be your top 3. Martel finishes in 4th. Wesley Donaldson in 5th. Gruby, Swavely, LePan, LaRue, Anthony Calantoni is going to be there through 10th. Nelson Rivera in 11th. Brian Wertman in 12th. Progar, Sweetheart, Morgan, James Smith, Corey Wolf, Robert Fryery, Matt Spangler, Warren Keith through the end. And then the old Diesel, will finish out there in the final spot as I scroll down for that final spot. Chi, much love to you. Let's talk to him. He's going to be the man 4 weeks in a row, knocking it out of the park. Kevin King, a good race, the Lamborghini. the vehicle of choice tonight. What a good race you had. Walk me through it, man. Just smooth sailing here at Cota.
Yeah, I knew turn one was going to be a little tricky. I guess I survived whatever happened there. And then Paige was really quick first couple laps, and I just wanted to make sure that I didn't make too many mistakes. It's very easy when the tires are kind of cold. Doesn't turn very well, doesn't stop very well. And I wanted to make sure I didn't hit the turtles and the S's. So once I got to around like 2 seconds, I felt like I had a pretty comfortable lead where I didn't have to push as hard because it's kind of hard to pass here unless you have outright pace. And so I just hopefully just ran the next stint, just, trying to make no mistakes, try to be consistent. I think my lap times were pretty consistent. I was off a little bit in a few laps, but I think overall I felt good out there. I felt like I was hitting my marks. So I'm pretty happy. I didn't think we were racing here. I thought we were racing at Road Atlanta, and I checked it last minute last night. I was like, okay, let me run some more Atlanta. I haven't been there in a while, and lo and behold, it was Cota. I was like, oh, good thing I know this track. So definitely one of my favorites. Definitely, it's really fun in the GT3 cars. So yeah, pretty happy to take this home.
We've watched the Turtles destroy NASCARs. We've watched the Turtles destroy Formula cars. The GT3 car, same concept. Especially through 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's just it's a spot of the track we try to hate. We try to aim away from. 208.441 on lap 3. Your average lap time 2:10.751. That's moving, but it's also comfortable.
Yeah, I didn't think I was running. I had I think 1X is the first couple laps, and so I didn't know what my pace was. I just knew Paige was right there, so I was like, man, I need to push a little harder. And when the 208.4 popped up, I was like, yeah, I guess I'm going decently quick because I think that's a pretty stout lap. So she was really pushing relatively hard, and I was like, oh goodness, this is gonna be a race. And then I just try to keep it. I felt like, after a couple laps, these things kind of fall off, which is interesting. I'm not really used to that still. I'm used to it just keeping, the same speed the entire run. So I always find myself babying at the first couple laps, it feels like, instead of going for the outright lap that I probably should. I just don't want to make a mistake. It's just so hard to pass. So I just wanted to, like I said, I wanted to run consistent laps. I was hoping to be in the 208s as long as I could to see what that would do, and save the rears. It seemed like it got pretty loose long run. You were pretty aggressive. So yeah, good race. Like I said, she was quick. I was not really expecting the Mustang. I don't know how good that car is. I don't see a lot of people drive it, but I didn't know if it was going to be quick through the infield, but she was. So I think she probably made a few mistakes that lost the draft or something like that. But yeah, I felt like I had a pretty good run the entire time.
It was, we got to go 4 weeks in a row. Do I have to start rooting against you? Like, I don't want to do that. You're too nice.
You won't be the only one to ever do that. You won't be the only one that ever. It doesn't matter. I really love road racing, man. I don't do it enough. I have the wheels. Like I said, I won my first Daytona 24 this last year, and it was super fun. I really, really enjoy kind of learning new things. I've been an oval guy forever, and I've always wanted to get better at road, and this really lets me just kind of focus on, trying new things. I do like this car, so I don't know if I'll try a different car. I've tried different ones. I really like this car, but I'm really enjoying just trying to understand how these cars work and getting on tracks that I haven't been on in a while. Like I run this track when it's, NASCAR stuff, and it's not the most fun. There's no grip. Yeah. And this thing I can drive, and I'm like, oh, I can drive into the corner, and it actually sticks, and I can feel the grip a lot better. So I definitely enjoy this track more with these cars, and I feel like the other tracks we've gone to, I've had an appreciation for, road racing in general. Like, I'll find myself running a road race at Montreal last week, and that was fun. Just trying to keep pace with those guys who are super quick is always a challenge. So anything that kind of keeps me motivated really seems to kind of tickle my fancy, you should say. And I finally get excuses to run my GSI wheel that I've had for a while. So I just really enjoy, like I said, challenging myself and going out there and trying to be, as competitive as I can for my speed.
Right. Yeah, they moved Road Atlanta to December 12th because of the Halloween event that was last week. So Circuit of the Americas this week. Then we'll have Road America next week. That's a whole different ball of wax.
Road America, that's okay. I like that track. Yep. I know that track, so that one's fun. Road Atlanta, I'm not the biggest fan of. It just seems very quirky to me. But Road America, I'm a big fan of. I do enjoy running there, so that'll be fun. And what's after Road America?
Road America. Then we have Detroit Grand Prix at Belle Isle.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been to that one, so that one's gonna be.
That's
Yeah, is that the one with the horse?
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen pictures, but I've actually never. I will tell you this much: I am not a fan of city tracks. I don't feel like it's real racing, in my opinion. I'm sorry if that offends anybody. I just it doesn't seem like there's much to do except hit the fence. There's not really a lot of passing zones unless someone crashes. So I'm not a huge fan. Like Long Beach, not a huge fan. I hate watching Monaco on F1. So that'll be interesting to see if I can figure that place out. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of road racing on or anything on city streets. But it'd be a challenge. So we did it at Sebring at the airport. So might as well try this.
I'm a fan of the Detroit track though. When it's actually uh the first track I got a win on the road series. So um I'm actually a fan of that track because you just have to be consistent. You're so close to the edge every lap, especially if you're trying to, especially with a 30-minute race, you kind of have to be on edge because anything can go wrong. And if it does go wrong, you're stuck in the middle of a lane with cars coming at you.
Yeah.
So it kind of works for me. But Kevin, we'll just see how this one works out for next week. It's going to be good at Road America. And congratulations once again. 4 in a row. Give you shout outs, brother.
Yeah, but shout out to my buddy Mitchell DeJong. He's a road pro and really helps me figure out some things on the cars. Try to figure out like what I should be doing differently. He watched some laps for me last night. Gave me some pointers, and of course Parker White, who's the Coke champ and also old pest driver, gave me some insight on which cars to run. He chose this one a couple weeks ago, like I said, and it's been a really really fun car. So you for putting on the broadcast. I just like any league that I'm a part of, I really enjoy kind of what you guys do and put on, seeing how the races kind of play out, and I really enjoy kind of watching people's perspectives. So I'll go back and watch your awesome broadcast, and of course all the drivers who come out and make this thing possible. It's super fun. Obviously there's different skill sets and speeds and stuff, but I think that's what makes it more fun. Road racing is a lot more individualized than maybe oval is, and a lot of the time it's not necessarily racing someone around you. It's kind of racing yourself to see how good you can get and how much better you can get, and then eventually you're like, hey, I'm racing someone that I didn't think I could race a couple weeks ago. So appreciate all those guys for coming out and putting effort into trying to get better and having some fun, because this is definitely a fun league and road racing is not always fun. So again, appreciate all those guys for coming out.
Gonna be even better. We're gonna get through this one. There'll be some fine tuning. I do hope for some longer races. I think I'd like to see the races just
rain.
Yeah,
you want rain, don't you?
No, okay. I don't.
You want mayhem?
I want a night race actually.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah, you can transition that stuff, I think.
Yeah, it'd have to be like 4 times the speed at a half an hour race, but I'd like to see a night race. I think that would be cool.
Daytona. We could do Daytona night race. It'd be like a mini 24-hour, super quick or something. That's always fun.
Yeah, they do have Daytona Road Course coming up. Yeah, I mean, or whenever they decide to go to the international, because these are all North America tracks. So if they go international in the next season, then they could probably put one at night. I do not want to see the rain in the GT3 cars.
No, I know. I tried rain the first time it came out. I was just crashing into everything except, I was like, well, I don't know how this is fun. This doesn't seem fun at all. Like the spray stuff got toned down, but I think if it's like damp, it's cool. But if it was like full on monsoon that people were doing when it first came out, I'm like, this is like, how is this fun? This is miserable.
Yeah, you can't see.
It's not racing.
And the puddles were in the wrong portions of the racetrack. Like the physics didn't line up correctly at first, and then they've done some improvements to it. But the rain physics on this, it needs a lot of work. Similar to how when dirt first came to this track, it'll be the same concept then. So
yeah.
All right, Kevin, I'm going to talk to the rest of them. We'll see you next week. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
King goes 4 in a row. We'll talk to, let's not do that. Let's talk to this one. She comes home in P number 2, Paige Azeri. Am I saying that correctly?
Yep.
Tell me about it. Tell me about your race. Congratulations. That was fun. It looked like you were having fun. You were able to keep up with Kevin there for a hot minute. And then he was like, all right, this is going to be a race. And then you kind of just settled in. Walk me through this one.
Yeah, um, I thought I got, like, a pretty decent start. I was trying to, like, go kinda wide around the first corner to try and get, like, a really good exit on there. I had no idea there was a Porsche in there, so I just kinda clonked him, and so I was just like I didn't really know what happened because my spotter never told me that we were 3 wide, so I kinda I had no idea that anything had happened until I saw, Porsche spinning in my mirror. And so I guess I just got, like, kinda flustered from that. I didn't really I mean, like, both my teammates, they got caught up in it a little bit, and so they were talking. I didn't really kinda zone back in until, like, the end of the S's, and then I'm like, "Wait a second, he's still right here." But I think by that point, I was just doing everything I could to keep up. I think I wound up just overheating the tires so much,
Oh yeah,
and so I just
there it is. We're rewatching it right now as you're kind of explaining what happened. Yeah, I mean, you took the turn in naturally, and then that Porsche was trying to shoot that hole.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's tough. I didn't expect him to go there. He probably didn't expect me to go there. I mean, I probably would have gone for the same gap if I were him. I was so far out to the right that I was probably just kind of out of his mind. But
Yeah, well, I
yeah,
mean, you had to turn 147 degrees to go back the other direction. You know, I mean, that's a whole different ball of wax. I mean, turn one incidents happened, and this was the one track that we've been to in this series that I was actually worried about the turn one the most. You know, some people get heavy in Watkins Glen and stomp on the brake and go around. But a track like this, there's just no room for error for turn one, especially on the start of a race.
yeah, because like especially like that's like the widest part of the track is like that sort of entry to turn one, and so there's just like so much space. You can there's like a million gazillion different lines through the corner. And so it's just really hard to keep track of where everybody is going.
It worked out very well. It was a pretty good race, pretty phenomenal race. When you think about it, you run out, you get a 30-minute sprint is how I put it, because we're used to seeing some of these GT3 races go um, between 20 minutes to an hour to 3 hours. And if you are tempting fate running running the Le Mans, then you're trying to get out there. So 30-minute sprint at Cota is not too bad. I mean, and they've been averaging 18 to 21 laps per track. This one you only ran 13 laps.
Yeah, it felt a lot longer than it was. Um, I felt kinda silly, like, having my tires just be, like, completely gone after, like, 15, 20 minutes. But I remember, the old days back when it was, like, the GTE cars,
Mm-hmm.
those tires would go for, like, 3, 4, 5, 6 stints before you had to change tires. It was crazy.
This V9 tire model, and I've been liking it with the oval stuff and seeing it be useful and unique here. I think the weight of the car is actually starting to really matter. Those Mustangs are heavy, and I saw the Mustangs kind of fall off faster than the Lamborghini and the Porsche. So it kind of makes me wonder if um, the weight of the car is really having anything to do with tire wear.
Yeah, maybe. And then it's also like, the track was like scorching
Yeah,
hot. There's not
156
quite as
degrees.
much. Yeah.
It was
So
hot.
there's not as much grip as there would be. So you have like the cars with the weight really far in the back, like the Lamborghini, the Porsche. Those cars kind of come out due to their, since they have all the weight back there, they get their traction. Like, the Porsches are
Mhm.
famous for being really fantastic in the wet.
Mhm. Yep. And they're very, very much forward heavy. The splitter just works better. Um, but we haven't seen a Porsche win in this series yet, so that's pretty it's pretty insane as well. Paige, a pleasure to meet you and a pleasure to get a chance to talk to you. A P2 finish here. We've got Road America next week, and then just a whole bunch of racing. So we're about halfway through. We are halfway through this one, so it's gonna be a ton of fun. Give you shout outs. You got a P2 finish tonight.
Um, uh, my girlfriend, I love her a lot. Um, also, Diesel, she made super excellent liveries, introduced us to the league. And so, yeah, I've been having a lot of fun the past 2 weeks. Thank you for putting it on. Maybe one day I'll get Kevin.
You'll get him. You'll get him. He says he doesn't like the street courses, so there's a shot at it right there.
Oh yeah, I love the street courses.
Yeah,
I'll
Detroit.
look forward to that one.
You've got Belle Isle coming up, and I think that's a great racetrack. But you know, he's fast. I'm saying it, you have to dethrone the king. That's it. That's my pun for this entire thing. So it's gonna be fun. Paige, much love to you. Congratulations once again. I look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye now. Paige Azari comes home in P number 2, and then the Billy Four Fingers comes home P3. I get to talk to you again. What's up, Will? Congrats, man.
Appreciate it, man. It's good to talk to you again.
Dude, I mean, you're making a good habit out of this.
Yeah, it's either talk to you or wreck out. So hopefully we do more of this soon.
You've got just pulling up all of what's going on here. This will be the third time I've talked to you in 5 races. That's not a bad repertoire. You can finish inside the top 3 quite a bit here. This is a long sweeping track. Lap times felt forever.
Yeah, and it was hot and everybody sliding around. Made it fun, but tough.
How'd you make it through turn 1?
Yeah, just lucky, man. I mean, I just tried to stay steady. Probably
I'm going back.
took it a little easy into the corner, but just got lucky, saw the hole, and let's see what happens, right? Let's just.
I mean, pretty much. I mean, that's really what you have to do. I mean, you had a teammate that was a couple of teammates that were up there. They were just kind of flipped around, turned around there, but you started 10th on the grid, and we're watching it. It's going like half speed or quarter speed right now. So you're 3, you're 4 wide, turn 1. You just brake a little bit, little bump there, little bump there. You're like, excuse me.
Time to go.
These things need a horn.
Like a big Dixie horn or something.
Yeah. Lay on the horn and be like, get out of my way. No, good race. I like Cota. I think Cota's a great track. I do like it, the NASCAR circuit. I like seeing the track temperature kind of reflect the driving style, the racing surface, and tonight was no short of exactly that. Came out of lap 8. The tires seemed to go away really quick, though.
Yeah, it started getting tough. Yeah, about halfway through, pretty much. I mean, I wasn't really that fast, I don't think. It's just people kept sliding out of the way, so
I mean,
guess it worked out.
You were consistent. What was the? Hold on, you didn't finish that far. I mean, when it comes to the race, 35 seconds. You were gaining at the end. You made some legitimate passes on drivers like Donaldson. I know Matt was up there too. Groovy had some speed up there. I mean, you were making legitimate passes on drivers toward the end of the race when we were watching kind of how that was. I mean, you finished inside the top 3. Second, third, and another third here, and it takes skill to do it, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's a lot of fun to do. So take a break from the stresses of work. So come out.
And the stresses of oval. I ran my first oval race today. in a couple of months. I haven't raced in a while, right? I wanted to get in and stream, and I got in my first race, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna tempt fate. I'm gonna run Draft Masters. I got in. I finished third. I started fourth. I finished third, and I was like, well, that's it, chat. We're done. it went too. It
Good
went
for the
too.
month.
It went too well. Because if it had ended badly, I'd been like, all right, let's just go run something else. Let's go run, Phoenix or whatever. And then I was spectating Phoenix before I decided to do Draft Masters, and I was like, nope, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I used to love Phoenix, man, and the ovals, but I don't have
just
time to learn a new car, and
the officials
I
have
don't know.
just been, ay, 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 ay.
And then people see like what they see on the truck races and just just send it.
Send it. Yeah. No.
No respect for anybody.
Yep. So I gained my 69i rating, and I called it a day. And so we're good for a month. Uh, so or we're good until I know what the schedule coming up is going to be. I want to do some short track racing in the NASCAR side of things. So just because I haven't really done that this year, and I don't want to get myself into Phoenix right now, and get in lap one and see what I've been seeing. So, but um,
I understand.
but I do enjoy the GT cars, and I do enjoy the road side of things too. Not any good at it, but what's great about it and what I see in this league is the same enjoyment you can get out of it if you're in officials. It's just getting out there and just running your line. Just you race where you need to race, and just try to be consistent, and you kind of just end up where you need to.
Yeah, it's a big part of it. And then there's also, I mean, there's different levels. I don't want to say levels. There's usually people around the speed you are, so you still get to race, but a lot of it is just staying clean and being.
Oh yeah, no, I'm slow. Um, and I'm good with being slow, because that usually means I start at the back, and I just pass people who are wrecked out. Um, and I'm okay with that. That's why my I rating in the road series is not where my oval stuff is, but my safety rating's pretty high. Yeah,
Heck yeah,
yeah, I
it's a
like
big.
that. But William, this was fun, man. Got the LaRue paint scheme on today. Decided to really show out Porsche. Why the Porsche?
Basically, we ran it in the 24 hours of Daytona last January, and I just haven't felt like learning a new car. Just kept running. Pretty boring.
Nah, no, not really. I, I mean, I own them all because we do paint schemes for them occasionally, right? And I'll tell you what, I drive the Porsche. If I'm going to drive the Porsche, I do the Porsche. And or if I'm gonna drive a GT3 series, or I'm gonna do an IMSA series or anything like that, I'm gonna run the Porsche. I just think it's a car that I can see out of first and foremost.
That, they come in handy, I guess.
Well, even with that big giant banner, right, covering up your bonnet or your windscreen, um,
Yeah.
I can see out of the left and rights a lot better than I can out of some of the other ones. It's just preference there, but um, the Porsche just to me it just feels like it's right in the wheelhouse of what I need to be. But um, I mean that being said, we had three Porsches inside the top five. I mean, King is fast and he's in that Huracan, but um, Porsche seems to be consistently there, and you've been in it. I mean, you've been the Porsche that's been there.
Yeah, I know with the LaRue paint scheme. I know typically a snowblowing company, but we did pretty good in the desert.
Like it.
Not desert, but the heat.
But it's Texas. I mean, you might as well consider it at that. But 156 degrees at one point on this track.
Oh, geez, I
It was
don't get that.
I didn't either. I thought it was 130. I think the highest I've ever seen is 136. And that was with the Cup Series that I called not too long ago. 156 is what I saw today. And it started hot, and it got hotter, and then it started to cool off, and I was like, wow. Cota actually showed up today. It was good. It was good to see.
Yeah, it was fun, man.
All right, brother. Well, you got a P3 finish once again. I hope I get to talk to you at Road America next week. I know that we're going to see who's going to be trying to dethrone, and I'm saying it again. It's my pun of the week. Who's going to dethrone the king? Who's 4 in a row? You're 3 of 5 for me here in the podiums. Give a shout out to my friend.
Yeah, I just think I know it was Rob Fryery's idea to start the league, man. I'm glad he did. All the LaRue guys who are the moderators and help run it and everything. And of course, you guys for hosting and Sim 500 given opportunity.
I mean, we did have Will out there. Will LaRue was out there.
Yeah, big celebrity, man.
I know, right?
Yes,
With a
sir.
brand new rookie account. I was like, somebody's trying the simulator out and giving it a run for. I like it. I think that's cool.
Yeah, he hadn't been on in a few months, I don't think.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I mean, you get a guy with the name on your series and he's out there running. That's even cooler. And I like it. I like seeing it. Well, sorry to don't mean to cut you off there, but yeah. Any more you got to think?
Nah, I'm good, but appreciate the thank you though.
Oh yeah. No. I want to make sure. I like. You have to tie things up in a cute little bow and make sure it's all good to go.
Understandable.
All right, brother. William, we'll see you next week. It's Billy Four Fingers on. If you want to talk to him, I love your. So awesome.
Appreciate it, man. There's a story behind it.
I bet there is. And you'll have to tell me one day. But you know what?
Another time.
You can tell me next week if you finish inside the podium.
There we go. We'll make a plan of it.
I like it. William, much love, man. We'll see you next week.
Yeah. See you, man.
That is the 04 coming home in P3 tonight, and I look forward to that story. Kevin King, your winner here. Diesel, much love to you. I appreciate you, Paige. Congratulations once again. Welcome into the league. Everybody that is out there getting started with things, getting used to it and enjoying it. It's going to be a ton of fun to see this one continue to grow. It is a good series, and I like the GT3 cars. I got to get into a flow with this one. There's a lot that happens on the racetracks, but this one was pretty calm. I mean, we had some off tracks and some domicile stuff, and of course I've got a toothache, and that didn't help anything. So I had to step away for 120 seconds to be able to get that. It's pretty much a lap for these drivers. But it was good. It was good to see. 13 laps completed today. Again, fastest lap of the race, ran by Kevin King. When it comes to statistics here, and that was on lap 3, a 2:08.441. Led all 14, technically 14 laps. Led all 14 laps. Margin of victory, 22.5 seconds. Margin of victory, and then 13 seconds back was third place. Man, Page's fastest lap, lap 4, 2:09.503. Williams' fastest lap, lap 2. He finishes in third, a 2:10.357, which means that you don't need to have your fastest lap be the lap that you can be consistent. I know Kevin ran some good laps, but at the end of this race, William was catching some speed here. So absolute blast, absolute great time. We appreciate everybody being out there, and of course, and always, we thank you all very much for. Continue to kick butt and take names and do all the things you want to do. I know that we have a lot happen when it comes to racing. Alex, thank you for the like out there, sir. Much love to you. I didn't see that, but late. But yeah, it's going to be a ton of fun to see. Be good, be safe, be kind of one other. That's the most important factor. Thank you, Budgie, for being out there. I appreciate it. This one was good. It's going to continue to get better, and I'm going to continue to improve. Hopefully, the stream looked pretty good out there. I think that it looks great on my monitor. But hopefully it looked well for you folks. We'll see you in the next one. Okay.